Welcome to my Let's Run It series, where I talk about video games that are fun, creative, unique, intuitive, but also have a little bit of an educational element to them that can be enjoyed by both adults and children, while also hopefully selecting games that you can afford in the same token. This video is for those individuals that read my mini article on my gaming blog that would like to see some gameplay, or for those individuals that instead of reading about the game, they would prefer to hear what the game is about while also seeing some gameplay. So without further ado, let's run it. This is the Swapper. I selected this game for my Let's Run It series because of its art style. Rather this game being like many other games that you would play with these extreme graphic engines, this game features a handcrafted art style using clay and materials that you would find around the house to portray this very unique art style that I've never seen before, that is actually really enjoyable. This game also has a memorable story with a philosophical plot that makes you question not only morality but your own morality. The Swapper also has this ambient cinematic soundtrack that makes you feel like you're watching a movie instead of playing a video game. Another game that I talked about in my last week Let's Run It series also has a soundtrack that's beautiful like this one, and that was The Hue. This game also has an educational element. This educational element presents itself in the form of intellectually challenging puzzles that are very strategic, require a lot of critical thinking outside the box, and just presents in such a way that you'll look at it and think it's simple, but when you try to tackle it, it's a lot more difficult or more challenging than you think. For those that are interested, quick history lesson. The Swapper was released back in May of 2013. Developed by Facepalm Games, an independent game development studio based in the country of Finland. They work with developer and publisher Digital Curve that helped them bring their game to multiple platforms. The Swapper was a project that was made by two university students named Otto Hadtula and Olli Harjola. When they made this game in their spare time, by the time that they were done, they created a masterpiece that was loved by many, received many awards, and received extremely high reviews. They worked closely with composer Carlo Castellano for their soundtrack, which you hear throughout the game. If you're looking for other games from this developer, Olli Harjola is still bringing his creativity to the world at NOLA Games. So y'all probably are curious, well, what is the Swapper? A Swapper basically is a single-player side-scrolling puzzle platformer. This game features a gaming concept called Metrovania, based on the Metro series and Castlevania series. It's a concept basically where the player will play through a level and only can go up to a certain point, but have to go back to a previous level to obtain something or to change something in the game in order to move forward throughout the level. Another game that features this Metrovania gaming concept is a game that I talked about last week in my Let's Run It series, Hue. Other things that you can do in the Swapper is this game features a little device that you use uncreatively called the Swapper device. This device, you can use it to create clones of yourself to get through the level. And you're probably going to be thinking, okay, well, I can do this. This seems pretty easy. I can just, make all these clones, swap to them, and get across the level. But the game throws a bit of challenge your way by also making the game a little bit difficult with these rays of light. And the rays of light that you'll see throughout the level affect the way your Swapper device works, or the way that you can use it, rather. For example, when you see the light red, or the hue of light red on a level, you can create a clone in that light, but you cannot swap to that clone. And in the reverse, when you see the light blue, this ray of light shining out, you cannot create a clone in there, but you can swap to a clone that has walked into that light. And the last color that you will see will be the pink or purplish light. In this light, you cannot create a clone in it, and you cannot swap to a clone in that light. This level of difficulty in the game will cause the game to be much more challenging than it seems. You know, here you have these obstacles in your way that you can't really touch or feel, but they affect the way that you tackle a puzzle, and you'll be sitting there wondering, oh my goodness, how am I going to solve this? And it can make you sit there for a while trying to figure out what kind of strategy you're going to implement to tackle this game. So, with the Swapper, if you wanted to get this game and try this game out, it's only $15. You can get this on the Windows PC. You can play this on Mac, Linux, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, 4, the PS Vita, and the Wii U. I would definitely say that this game right here is an awesome game. It would be enjoyable for both adults that want a challenge but also want to have a little bit of a story as well. But for those individuals that may want to buy this game for a little person, like their child or another child that they know, to give them a game to play that is not like other games. It's not going to have all this violence in it. It's not going to be a game that you just play, you know, that doesn't challenge you in a certain way and make you think outside the box and to use logic and use your brain a little bit more. And before I forget, the Swapper is also a part of the Xbox Game Pass. So those of y'all on the Xbox One, if you have Xbox Game Pass, you can download this game right now. I hope that you enjoyed this video of me showing off some gameplay about the Swapper. And if you really did like the video, by all means subscribe and check out some of my older videos and stay tuned for future ones. I also do other things on my channel as well. And if you're curious, at the bottom I will also link the website for the blog for this article of this game, so you can check it out and see what you think. And also, of course, share, let people know, subscribe to the WordPress blog so you can be notified when I post again, and I also post poetry on there as well. Thank you for watching. You have a lovely day, and holler at your girl. Peace.